Hello folks. Tonight we're going to be candling some duck eggs. Now the cool thing about duck eggs, they have very thin shells but very thick membranes. So the baby duck that grows inside the duck can be very well protected, but because of the thin shell, we can actually, if we use a powerful enough flashlight, we can actually see the baby duck developing inside the shell. So this is our incubator, and as you can see, we've got a whole bunch of these over here. Now these eggs have been in the incubator for 8 days. These 3 eggs over here have been in for 2 weeks. They've been in for 14 days, and these over here have actually been in for a full 18 days. So they're actually more than halfway developed and ready to hatch. So let's take a look. Grace, can you turn out the light, please? So I'm going to turn my flashlight on here. Now we're going to look at the youngest ones first. These are the youngest eggs in here. You can see I wrote a little -10. That's so I know they're 10 days younger than the 18 that's written on here. So let's take a look. I'm going to take my... Oh, that's a good one. So I hope you can see this right here, this center area is where the embryo or baby duck is, and you can see all of these little veins coming out, and those veins are going all through that yolk, because the yolk is where the baby bird, the embryo rather, will get its nourishment while it's in the egg. So that's a very good looking one. That's definitely got something going on in there. Let's see. Oh, that's a good one. So that right there, you can actually see a little bit, just a little bit, of the shape of the embryo. And see that darker spot right there? That is actually the embryo's heart. That's the embryo's heart, and you can see all these veins kind of going out here. And this is after 8 days in the incubator. We're not going to look at all of them. These, now that we're going to look at the second group that's in here, you can see I wrote a little -4 on there. That's because these are going to be about 14 days old. So let's take a look at, oh, look at that. Now this is really cool. You can tell there's a lot more veins involved, and that embryo is a lot more developed. And in fact, I am not moving this egg at all. That is embryonic movement, which if I ever start a rock band, I might call it embryonic movement. So that is a 14-day in the shell egg. Now, I do want to show you on this one because the other ones probably won't have a whole lot. See the difference in color here and here? This is the egg white. Duck eggs are just like chicken eggs in that they have white and they have yolk, which is the yellow stuff. The yellow stuff is what actually lets the embryo feed. It feeds the embryo for its entire time while it's swimming around in there. This up here, that's actually an air pocket. So once the baby duck starts actually pecking its way out of the shell, it'll have a very little bit of air. Let's take another look at another 14-dayer. Oh, well, that might not be a great one. I don't know. That one doesn't look terribly viable. Let's check this one out. Yeah, that's more like it. And again, you can see some embryonic movement there. Embryonic movement. All right, so these are the oldest ones. These are 18 full days in the shell. Now, as they get to this point, it becomes harder to see anything because what's inside is actually taking up a lot more room, you can see. So you can see it's a lot more solid in there. And you can see the body mass is much bigger. So there you go. Could you get the lights on, please? Those are our duck embryos. And we'll keep you posted on how the candling goes next time. Have a good night.